Okay, a very good morning to you, or good afternoon, good evening. I don't know wherever you're watching us from. This is Kevin Lynn. We are so happy to be with you on our page, on our channel. We just want you guys to subscribe, to follow us, to share, to like for more content about our love story. So today we're going to be answering the most asked question, how did I meet my husband? So guys, just stay tuned for more while my husband will be explaining how we met. Is that right, sweetheart?
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the number one question we get in our feeds and in our inboxes. It's how we met. Like, how did all of this occur? Zimbabwe, America, totally in love, and how did that happen, right? So, first of all, let's go ahead and talk about what didn't happen. There wasn't any dating sites or any spam messages or anything. Like, a lot of that goes on, and people want money and fake stuff.
Right.
So this was very authentic, how it came about. It actually came through a family member of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you a backstory of what my prayer was. And what's funny about the prayer is the way it was worded. I had just broke up with a woman, right? I just broke up, like just got broke up because like some shady stuff was going on, and at this point, I was approaching 40, and I'm like, I just don't I just don't do no foolishness, right? So I'm like, okay, nah, that's a cut. So my family member, which is an international apostle, evangelist, some people, the whatever the title is, but he's all over the world preaching the gospel. So he was actually in my wife's native country, and he was actually one of the ministers that was being served, and she was actually serving the minister. So obviously a woman in church and how they carry themselves, this goes a long way. How you carry yourself, people can just they could tell different types of characters just in the way you do your work. And for me, that was important because, first of all, working in God's house, me growing up, like I've been preaching the gospel since I was 13. So I wanted a woman of God, like, and not just someone who just in and out the church. I wanted somebody that was grounded, that we can have Bible study, we can have prayer meetings, we can, we can do some stuff in the kingdom of heaven. So this is so he calls me and he said, "Hey, Kevin, are you still single?" Because the last time I just started dating this person, I was single the last time he checked with me. And so when he called, he said, "Hey, Kevin, you still single?" And I said, "Well, I just broke up with this girl." I said, "Yeah, I'm single." So and so it was like perfect timing because after that relationship, I was like, pump the brakes. Am I praying the right prayers? So the prayer I actually prayed, it was a prayer where I was just sick and tired of just going out there on my own, making my own decisions, and trying to find a girl myself. So I prayed to God. I said, "God, locate my wife." And when you say locate my wife, you don't know where he gonna locate her.
Yeah.
You really don't know. So when God located her, she was already all the way in Zimbabwe, Africa. And this is my real. This is my better half. This is the woman that completes me.
Oh.
And what's funny is like so many characteristics like my mom, because I did another video about why I married a Zim girl. And I remember that culture, like how my mom used to, when my dad came in, we used to pull off his shoes, rub his feet. and just spoil him. Just
Mm-hmm.
mama just spoiled that. But that was common in that generation. But then I honestly, just to be honest, in this generation here in our country in America, it's just not pervasive. It will be a culture shock to see somebody doing it like that, and she'll do it in front of her lady friends. She's not ashamed to spoil me in front of it, and that's how it used to be way back in the day. So I wanted that. And when I say God located her, He located her all the way in another country. So to get to the juicy stuff, because I know everybody want to know, like, okay, what about the attraction and everything?
Yeah.
So when he was like, Kevin, it's a young lady in Africa. You need to meet her, right? So I was like, oh yeah. I was like, fam, okay, send me a picture, cause you want to know, I know we spiritual, but we want something that look good, right? So I said, send me a picture, and I saw the picture. I was like, mm-mm. I said, yeah. I was like, yeah. Send me a number. Try get a number. So the next day, got the number, and I was real busy with the business. I said, hey, we'll try to check in and everything like that. I knew it was a beautiful young lady, but like I say, even with beauty, you want more than just beauty. So we had the conversation, and then before we had the conversation, we had prayer. And I told her to lead the prayer. And you can't fake whether you got power, whether you're a prayer. But when she prayed for me, I felt covered. Just like the same way my mom covered me. Like that powerful prayer, like you want to make sure this person is okay. That nothing happens to this person. And that this person can be okay to come back so we can see each other again. And all that was communicated in one prayer. And that one prayer changed my life, because I knew after the one meeting, I said, I ain't never felt this way. And then I was like, okay, this is it. So when I said I was gonna meet up with her, like we talk, every now and again. Let's see if we can, talk every now and again. We talk every single day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, from the time we met to the time she was in the States. So, that's how everything panned out. And it was God from the beginning. And it was God that put us together, and it's a God that will keep us together, because it wasn't something that we did on our own. It was something we was like just depending on God. Like, I'm tired, God, you do it this time, and He did it. So we thank God.
Yeah, we thank God for that. So we're just here to encourage you guys, wherever you are, your husband, your wife is somewhere waiting for you. Just be patient, keep on trusting in God, and seek you first before anything else, because some people these days, they are believing in themselves instead of believing in God. So for now, this is the word of advice that we're leaving to you guys. Trust in God before you choose your wife or your husband. So stay tuned for more content. I know we have a lot of questions that we've been having in our inboxes. We'll be trying to answer each and every question. So just keep on following us. Just keep on watching our videos. We'll be sharing more and more and more juicy content for you. We love you all, guys.
Amen.
Okay, stay blessed. Bye.